G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I know it's really early on the week, but I heard today's news Steelers versus Ravens. I broke the news on this YouTube channel. Steelers versus Ravens. I almost said Christmas Day because that was when I went and saw them. Steelers versus Ravens Christmas Day back in 2016 was when I saw them. But Steelers versus Ravens, Sunday Night Football, prime time, 7 and 8 Steelers fighting for their playoff hopes, fighting for a winning record, fighting just to try and beat the Ravens. We can't let them sweep us. And the Ravens are 10 and 5. Now, the Ravens have already made the playoffs. Playoffs? They've already made the playoffs, right? But I've got a question for you, Steeler Nation. I've got a big question. Do the Ravens start Lamar Jackson, or do the Ravens end up going with Tyler Huntley yet again? Now, I was reading an article from DraftKings Nation, and I'll link the article in the description if you want to read it. But it goes on to say, the Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson could potentially return to practice ahead of Week 17's matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens have already clinched a playoff spot with the win over the Falcons, which they did last week. Now, Jackson has been ruled out with a knee injury since Week 13. He sustained the injury after getting sacked in that Ravens close victory over the Broncos. I think they beat them like 13-9 or something like that. Tyler Huntley has taken over in Jackson's absence. Huntley is 2-1 as a starter, and he's passed for 528, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions over 4 games. Of course, that was against the Steelers too. And Tyler Huntley went out with an injury after the Minka Fitzpatrick, I believe, tackle. I think he might have been concussed, so he went out with some kind of injury. I think his leg bent backwards, not too sure. But he went out, and then Anthony Brown came in. Of course, that was also the game that Trubisky was leading the football down the field on the offense and could not secure any red zone points, nor could he get any points in general. He threw the football three times away, and that was really hard to watch. Now, they go on to say here, and they bring up this topic. They say, since the Ravens already clinched a playoff berth, right, would they be in any hurry to get back Lamar Jackson? Now, I'll ask you guys a question. Who would you rather verse? If you're the Steelers coach, if you're the Steelers team, or as a Steelers fan, who do you want the Steelers to verse? Do you want the Pittsburgh Steelers to verse Lamar Jackson, or do you want the Pittsburgh Steelers to verse Tyler Huntley? Now, you go to their stats this year. Lamar Jackson is playing okay, but he's got 62% completions, 2,000 yards plus, 6.9 yard average, 75 longest, 7 TDs, and 7 interceptions. But he has 26 sacks. Now, Tyler Huntley, over the 5 games, 61 completions, 67%, 528 yards, 40 longest, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, and 6 sacks. So this is the question. The Pittsburgh Steelers kind of have Lamar Jackson's number over the few years. And also, they haven't really played him that much. I think from memory, I saw this stat, I think a few months ago. I think the Steelers have beaten Lamar Jackson, I think 3 times. I think he has 1 win over us. And I think he has a 1-3 record against the Steelers, or 1-2 record, right? And we played the Ravens quite a lot over the last 3 years while Jackson has been in the team, but he's always been injured. Now, I reckon this is a game that the Steelers would rather see Lamar Jackson. They know how to hurry him. And if Terrell Edmonds is playing this game too, he's going to come down the box, Kazi plays back, and Terrell Edmonds is going to feast on Jackson if he runs around, or even send Bush out there. Devin Bush seems to have some good games too against Lamar Jackson. I could even see Highsmith having a good game against Lamar Jackson as well when he starts to run. I know he's a big physical runner too, and he's pretty fast, but when he starts to run, it seems like there's a heat-seeking missile on Lamar Jackson. And we've seen that in years past where Jackson has been close to the end zone at the 20-yard line, and he coughs up the fumble, or we will throw a pick, right? This could be a game where possibly the Ravens might rest Lamar Jackson for the playoffs, 2 weeks to go. However, on the flip side, do the Baltimore Ravens want to win the AFC North? Because if you go to the playoff predictor, they can still win the North. Now, the Ravens need to beat the Steelers, and then they need to beat the Bengals, right? So they have a primetime matchup against us, and then in Week 18, they might flex that one to the afternoon game. I don't think they'll give them two primetime matchups back-to-back. I reckon that's going to go to the Titans versus Jaguars when they play for their division. But the question is, guys, and please let me know in the comments below, who do you think starts at quarterback? Will it be Lamar Jackson, or will it be Tyler Huntley? And there's also a third option. Does it matter? Does it overly matter who starts at quarterback for the Ravens? Is this not a game that the Pittsburgh Steelers have to win? Like 110% need to win this game. Also, there's so many things riding for this game. There is the Mike Tomlin never had a losing season streak on the line, 2 wins and he's in front. There's the playoffs. There's the extended rivalry right now. Steelers versus Ravens. They've won 4 in a row. Now they've lost 1 in a row. So, taking it to the Ravens and not allowing them to sweep us. There's pride involved. There's players wanting to get back. There's the Kenny Pickett going to Baltimore for the first time. There's a lot of storylines here. But the big one on the Ravens side will be who's going to start at quarterback. Will it be Lamar Jackson or will it be Tyler Huntley? Now, I'll give you my answer. I kind of want to see Lamar Jackson, to be very honest. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers can take care of him. And you don't know what we're going to see with Tyler Huntley, too. I think Tyler Huntley's a better passer, but we know what Lamar Jackson does. When he freaks out in the pocket, he starts to run, and then other guys on the Pittsburgh Steelers team cleans him up, which is TJ Watt or one of our linebackers or one of our safeties like Edmonds coming down the box to take care of him. So this will be the ongoing question, guys, for the rest of the week, but I'm pretty happy because I found the news out today. I released a video on Pittsburgh Steelers. I released a video on Steeler Nation Australia, and the breaking news was Steelers are playing Sunday night. So next week, I'll be doing a live stream, my Monday, 12 p.m. or 12 noon lunchtime, having a few beverages and cheering our team on because we are in win mode right now. If we lose any game, the minute we lose a game, it is all over Red Rover. The season is done, and they are mathematically done, and they can't advance to the playoffs. However, if a few things go our way and the Pittsburgh Steelers continue to win, then week 17 and week 18 is about to get crazy. So I'm looking forward to this game with Kenny Pickett and the run game too. And also, our defense has been doing pretty well stopping the run the last few weeks. They held Josh Jacobs to about 50-something yards. And the week before that, they held the Panthers to about 20 yards. So I'm intrigued to see if they can turn the Ravens into a one-show pony and make them run the football and then shut them down. I think they've really improved there. I would be intrigued to see Cameron Hayward have another massive game as well. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below. Are we going to see Lamar Jackson or are we going to see Tyler Huntley? I don't overly care, but I kind of think we're going to see Lamar Jackson. Anyways, guys, thank you for checking out Steelers Nation Australia. I'll see you later.
Coach Stumlin, still for the win, man.